Demi Lovato has completely removed herself from her Disney Channel days with her new album Holy FBCK, which explores the singer's life and struggles with sobriety, rehab, and sexuality in ways fans have never heard. Lovato's fans and critics have taken a hard look at her previous work on Metacritc, excluding songs that were exclusively released as singles and collaborations with other artists. While the singer has had a controversial and tragic past, there is no doubt that Lovato is a talented musical artist who connects with her fans on a deep level that other artists don't often reach. Don't forget, no score. While Metacritc doesn't provide any data for Lovato's first album, it is worth mentioning when comparing the artist's more recent works. Lovato's debut album received a 4.0 rating from Sputnik Music, considered an excellent rating by the site. While this album came out during Lovato's Disney days, this album set her apart with a more rock-based sound than the bubble-gum pop other Disney stars were releasing. Even at a young age, Don't Forget expressed the teenage star's emotions to her fans, showing that the star had an astounding vocal range for such a young artist. The album perfectly reflects where Disney directed Lovato before one of the best Disney Channel original movies, Camp Rock. Unbroken, 59. Unbroken had one of Lovato's most raw and emotional songs for her fans in Skyscraper, but the rest of the album was largely considered subpar. By this time, Lovato had distanced herself from Disney, and fans were expecting something spectacular from the star. However, the first few songs didn't match the tone of the rest of the album. Clearly, this album was not a reflection of Lovato as a songwriter when looking at her future work or the music she wanted to release. Demi, 64. Demi produced some of Demi Lovato's most known songs, but the album landed in the middle ground of pop records with critics. The success of Heart Attack was considered Lovato's big comeback to the public eye. While it produced songs with heavy radio play, the album didn't tell a story that was emotionally deep when compared to the artist's later works. However, both documentaries, Dancing with the Devil and Simply Complicated, about Demi Lovato, address that the artist wasn't in control of her public perception and the music she was releasing at this time. Here We Go Again, 65. Before Olivia Rodrigo, Driving Home to You explored the singer's pop-rock influences, Demi Lovato wrote songs based on her love of pop-punk and rock music. Lovato's second album was still young-sounding but continued to set her apart from her other Disney counterparts, who were still primarily focused on singing songs for their upcoming movies and shows. The album is primarily described as fun but not revolutionary. However, by Disney standards, the record was something that hadn't been done by someone who was still working with the company. Tell Me You Love Me, 72. The Tell Me You Love Me era solidified Demi Lovato's place as an adult artist, not just a former Disney Channel star turned singer who was still catering to a younger audience. The R&B-based album showed a sensual side that had yet to be explored by Lovato but also stayed true to her pop roots with songs like Sorry Not Sorry. True to the singer's brand, the album included songs that only a highly skilled vocalist could pull off. Of course, the album has deep tracks that express where the artist was in her life when writing it, however, it does not rely on ballads to pull listeners in. Confident, 74. Confident ushered in a new era for Demi Lovato that was all about pop hits that fans could dance to but also made a statement about who Lovato was at the time. However, only 3 tracks were released as singles, giving casual fans a surface-level look at the album. Songs like Stone Cold showed off Lovato's performance quality that fans have come to know her for, which was a departure from the rest of the album but was expected based on her previous work. Dancing with the Devil, The Art of Starting Over, 74. Dancing with the Devil. The Art of Starting Over received favorable reviews from Metacritc users and entertainment publications. While the album is long, it tells a cohesive story of Demi Lovato's struggles with overcoming her vices and her experience of trying to get sober. The album's raw and emotional storytelling mixed with more pop-based songs was off-putting to some and felt like being thrown from one point of view to another. However, Lovato's vocal range is still the album's focal point and biggest strength. Holy FBCK, 77. Holy FBCK may come as a shock to those who are relatively new fans of Lovato's, but the album returns to a heavier version of the sound found on her first two releases. The album is a gritty and intense look at Lovato's struggle with addiction, sexual exploration, and anger at the entertainment industry and its treatment of child stars. The album revolutionizes the star's image but also gives fans the sense that this is who they have been missing out on from Lovato and her music through the entity of her career.
With a gentle touch you tell me what all love I have to share. It must be 'cause you are what I all knew. Only you do know, you do know, you do know. Only you do know the chorus. Still moving, still sad for blue.